It's not the same, man. Listen, African women and Colombian women, not the same. African women and Brazilian women, not the same. Even Dominican women and African women, not the same, man. It's just not, man. Listen, we're gonna get into that later in the video, man. Let me make this point, right? Look, I was going to do a video, ask the question, put the video out, but I said, nah, man, I got to do this video some justice, man. I can't be lazy on this topic. You see me? People pay me for my opinion. YouTube asked me to follow the rules and guidelines. You see what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. You rocking with Casual Conversations TV. You see me? Because what I'll notice is we go to Colombia, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Thailand, the Philippines, right? And we go out there and we talk about the culture. The Asian women are so slim and fit and friendly and they have good culture, right? We talk about how the Colombian women are so beautiful. You see me? The body is banging. They're so friendly. They're so nice. They are cooperative. You dig me? We go to Dominican Republic. Good God, your meal. We go down there and we in dreamland. You see me? Brazil, the body, the face, the hair. Lord, can you feel me? So I'm asking the people. We go to these countries. We do videos in these countries. We salute these countries. We're moving to these countries. But no one's going to Africa. And I want to give my opinion on why I think men are not going to Africa to find a wife, going to Africa to experience the culture, planting a seed in Africa. And I'm also going to give you my personal opinion on why I have not been to Africa. And we're going to get into that. But before we do, I gotta give 4 minutes of the beginning of this video to these 3 young ladies, right? So I'm in what the camera? Which one are we rocking with? This one? This one? Listen, good God. Listen to me. I'm in BK, right? This one good? All right. I'm in BK. Best Style to be exact, right? I'm at a gathering a couple of days ago, right? So today I get a phone call from my man. He's like, yo, son, I was trying to get in contact with you, B. I'm like, yo, what's good? What's shaking? He said, listen, man, these chicks at the gathering, they was going to run down on you, man. They was talking reckless, B. I'm like, yo, what happened? He said, yo, they said that you the dude on YouTube and TikTok that be talking reckless, just smashing on black women, just dragging black women. They was like, yo, they was ready to run down. They like, yo, you in the wrong hood and all that. I'm like, yo, you dig? Boom. Got off the phone with him. 5 minutes later, my sister called me like, yo, she talking about some real estate deal we about to get into. Then she like, yo, by the way, your cousin called me and was like, Casual. She said my real name, but she said, Casual, your brother online, disrespecting black women and all that. I'm like, what? She said that? I said, that's crazy. We gotta discuss this thing because I'm in the middle of talking about, why passport bros are not going to Africa. You dig me? And then I get these 2 phone calls. So at the end of the day, I got to address these ladies before we continue with the content. You see me? Now at the end of the day, right? You must understand something to the 2 young ladies that was going to run down on me with your masculine frame and that nasty ass wig. You see me in those nasty lashes. Just listen to me. Be quick next time to step and be slow to hide because I was looking right past you. You see what I'm saying? I was looking right past you. You dig me? And so, for me, right, when I talk about my cousin, my girl cousin, I'm saying to you, listen, because if you watch my videos, you watching this. It's like you watched a movie and only seeing 20 minutes of the ending. You got to watch my videos from the beginning to my first video to get the context, to get the understanding what I'm talking about and why I'm talking about it. And that's for anybody, right, that want to comment, negatively without knowing the facts on what I'm about. But what I won't do is apologize for talking the truth. What I won't do is allow a black woman or any person to, assassinate my character, to write my narrative, point blank, period. Because my first video, I talk about who I am, how I started doing YouTube, and why I decided to do this type of content on this topic. And I explain my dating experience with black women and my dating experience with white women and my first experience going over the water and how it changed my life. You understand what I'm saying? Changed my life. Soon as I got off the water, you dig what I'm saying? Good God, it changed my life. And this is why I talk about women across the water. And this is why I contrast between black women and women over the water. This is the discussion that we're having. But to know more about what I'm about, go to my first video. And for you, cuz, to say that is crazy. You dig what I'm saying? Without going too far, because I'm going to give her 3 more minutes. Listen, what you need to understand is, you my cuz, like you my girl cousin. You should know that that's the furthest from the truth, me bashing black women. But I won't apologize for it. But what I will say is this. It's the same lady that when I brung home to my house, brung from a different state, my baby mother, which is a white girl, you was the same girl that was picking on her, teasing her for being white and milky, teasing her about how white women use alcohol instead of soap to wash up, how they use alcohol, all the jokes she made about my Dominican woman. Before I even knew about Dominican Republic, I was dating a Dominican woman. You see what I'm talking about? For 7 years, you see me? But my point is this. You was the same woman that I had debates with. I won't call them arguments, but, spirited debates with about why I don't date black women when I was 18 to the time I am now. This ain't nothing new. So you know how I'm moving. You know my body of work. So for you to say that, it felt like you was trying to assassinate my character, because if you seen the video, then my other cousins seen it too. And I just want to know, what narrative are you writing for me? Because I'm not going to allow anyone to write my narrative. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm speaking the truth. The fact of the matter is, Passport Bros, when you have a change of thinking, you're going to lose people in your life. When you eat different, you're going to change, you're going to lose people in your life. The things you change in life, when you tell people that you're going over the water, when you're tired of the Western women, people are going to leave from your life. And you got to be prepared for that. You see me? Because at the end of the day, when a person is happy, other people are miserable because they no longer have the power, right, to control what you do. That's why I say, when I went to Dominican Republic for the first time, it changed my life, man. You gotta understand me. I did not know that femininity existed. I did not know that submissiveness existed. I did not know beauty was in the eye of the beholder, for real, for real. You see what I'm talking about? I'm talking about fit, friendly, and friendly. Oh, good God, all the friendlies. You see me? And the femininity and the grace, right? The softness. I didn't think that existed, period, until I went over the water. So salute to the captains of this thing, the telemaids and all that. And a lot of these guys may not agree with my content, but that doesn't mean that I won't salute what I learned from these men. And so my point is, man, is that you're gonna lose people when you have this passport mind frame, and you got to be prepared for it. But at the end of the day, cuzzo, I will not in any of my videos from the beginning to end say that I love black women, from the beginning to end say that I'm not bashing black women, because if you know, you know. If you follow the content, you know that I'm comparing and contrasting both experiences, period. And if you want further context, go to my first video, point blank, period. I think the first video was how Dominican Republic turned me into a trick. See, we talk facts on this channel. We don't hide anything on this channel. I told you guys, I'm from Far Rockaway. You see what I'm saying? A-Train, last stop, face is clear. I'm right here. I don't have to lie. I talk facts. I talk truth. I want people to gather in. I want people to communicate and have dialogue so we can come to an understanding. This is a life-changing conversations we having on Casual Conversations TV, God damn it. You see what I'm saying? We need some water when we talking these facts, man. You did? Man, listen. That's my cuz, man, respectfully. That was respectfully. You see what I'm saying, man? Look, look, her mother and my mother are sisters. You see what I'm talking about? What we not going to do, though, is I'm not going to allow anyone to write my narrative, tell my story, assassinate my character, man. Ever since Kevin Samuels and the Passport Bros, the movement have exploded, men have woke up. Men are no longer accepting mediocre. Men are no longer accepting in our life a woman with 2, 3, 5 kids. We're no longer accepting and taking care of women that are delusional. We are no longer dealing with masculinity. We are no longer being quiet about the weave and the makeup and the excessive makeup and those nasty ass lashes. And we even talking about the nasty ass pH. The pH is off, baby. We are no longer accepting a woman that's not going to appreciate a man that's, working a 9 to 5, coming home without a cooked meal. We're no longer doing that because we walked over the water, baby. You see what I'm saying? So times have changed. We're no longer dealing with women coming into our life 15 years too late. Where was you 15 years ago? You was moving and shaking with Tyrone and Ray and Pookie and all them. Then you want to come over here when you're 40 talking about, what's up, big head? Nah, no, we done with that. You see me? We over the water. So excuse me if you don't understand the new times that we are in. This is the reason why women are single all around the board. Because men are up, you see me? And that men that are staying here are looking for quality black, white, Asian, Spanish women in America. Period. Quality. Salute to you, brothers, man. But let's get to the topic, man. We're talking about why the passport bros and like-minded men are not traveling to Africa. Why we are not planting our flag in Africa. Why are we not talking about the culture in Africa, the fit, friendly, and feminine woman in Africa? Why aren't we going to the clubs and looking at the all art and the landscape of Africa? We go to Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, etc., and we talk about how beautiful it is, how the women are so nice to look at, so kind to be around, women that inspire us, right? And I'm included. But why aren't we going to Africa? So let's talk about it. And at the end of the day, I was in DR, right? And this has been on my mind for a long time. I just didn't want to do a video about it because I didn't want people, because when we talk about Africa, people start to get a little in their feelings, right? And before you guys comment, I got a lot of dudes in the comment section that hit me up all the time saying, yo, you got to travel to Africa, man. You got to go to Johannesburg, man. You got to go over here. You got to check it out, man. It's lit. And I found the wife there, man. Listen, man, she got a sister for you, player. I mean, I get the messages, my brother, but you are the exception. You are not the rule. You cannot tell me when you look around these YouTube streets. Now, everything is not on YouTube that's being done. I get that too. So let's not play the game that the women play. We talking what we talking. You see me? You can't look around these YouTube streets and see that men are going to Africa, right? And talking about Africa and showing us the women in Africa, right? You don't see that, Playboy, so let's not play. You see me? At the end of the day, I'm in DR, and I seen this OG. We kicking it. I'm like, yo, man, let me ask you a question, man. I said, listen, we in DR right now. I'm going to Colombia next week. You're going to Brazil. Why is it we're not going to Africa? Why are the people that are not going to Africa, man? He said, listen, Playboy. He said, listen, young man. And he's like, listen, man, it's an untold secret or unspoken secret. He used the terms. And he said that black American men don't find African women attractive. Black American men look at African women as if they're struggle. When they see African women, they see struggle. And he said a lot of black men won't say it, but the facts bear itself. It shows itself. And, at the end of the day, it made some sense to me, but this is his opinion. He's an OG. He's like, listen, when you look at black men, the issues that they're dealing with American black women, you don't go to another country with women that look just like the women that you're getting away from, right? And at the end of the day, a lot of men still think that African women and men are hanging from trees and living in jungles. You don't get a proper representation or what's going on in Africa for real. He said that's part of the problem too. But he said the essence of it is black men are attracted to lighter skinned women. And he talked about a few different things, but I don't want to go too much into what that man had to say. I want to talk more about what I believe. And then, we can, let this conversation go forward from there, right? So I was blown away that he kept it real in his perspective. I want your perspective. I want you to give me your thoughts. Do you think African women are looked at as struggle? Do you think that black African women are attractive? What is it that, for you, that African women are not appealing, and why are the people are not traveling there and getting wives? Because we all fed up with our black women in America. We fed up. We're done. You understand me? If you're a passport bro or if you like-minded, you are done with the dating scene in America. But we continue to go to Asia and all these different countries. We don't go to Africa. Now I'm going to give you my opinion. And I'm going to keep it all the way 100, right? This is my opinion. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a little bit naive. I don't know it all, but these are my thoughts, right? So this is for conversation, dialogue between, us men, so I can get a better understanding, so I can see the light, because this is how I think. So let's get into it. Listen, man. To keep it real with you, I think that black American women are snatchers of souls. They will snatch your inspiration away. They will snatch your goals and aspirations from you. I think that black men are scarred, so much so that when going to Africa, it reminds them of an African American woman, Western black woman. And that reminder deters black men from going to Africa. I think black women in America have terrorized black men for decades, that going to Africa is just another reminder on why we escaped, on why the passport movement exists, on why Kevin Samuels was so popular, because he exposed the truth that men been wanting to say for years. And I think that's the correlation. That's my opinion. In the comment section, give me yours. Again, I could be naive. I could be all the way off the track. But this is just my opinion. And this is my free thoughts as well. I don't want to go to Africa, or don't have a desire, because I look at them as just another black woman that is dangerous. They want us unalived. They call us predators from going over the water. These women need to be stopped. These women need to be in the institution. I mean, good God. Did you see the videos walking around here? I mean, the things that they say out their mouth about black men. And imagine, think about it. We are the black men that are up under these women. And this is the way they feel. Simply because we want to go over the water. Simply because we want to get away from them. You understand? They say we are the undesirable, but you sure have so much energy for the men that are going over the water, for the undesirable. You see me? So it's a problem there. So help me if I'm on the wrong track. If you don't believe that the reason why we don't go to Africa is because it's a reminder of what we tried to, or what we are trying to escape, the African women, the American women. The OG went on to say that, from his experience, because I've never been to Africa. Only thing I can do is assume, right? Based on videos and conversation. He said that, the OG was like, yo, man, let me tell you something, man. African women, they are combative. They're argumentative. They're aggressive. They're masculine. They're wearing the weave, right? They're changing their skin tone to look like the European. There's no difference between the African women and the American women. I mean, the culture is different. If you get lucky and go into the Providence, the countryside, you'll find a traditional woman, right? But that's my opinion, guys. That's how I feel about it. But let me make a quick point. As I conclude this video, man, let me just say I was just I watched the video with Austin Holloman. He did a video. He was talking about, do the passport bros truly understand what a traditional woman is? And he went on to say, do you want a woman that's a nun? Would you care if a woman went to the beach? Do you want her to have a two-piece on, or do you want her to be covered up? And I'm just saying, for me, that's not what the passport bros, or let me not speak for the whole, that's not what we mean by submissive or traditional, right? We're looking for a woman that's going to appreciate man. We want a woman that's going to appreciate what we bring to the table. We want a woman that's going to be respectful. We want a woman that's going to understand gender roles. We want a woman that, is going to dress appropriate, right? We want a woman that's going to be natural, right? We want a woman that's going to be herself. right? Not try to be someone else. Not put weave in her hair to look like Maylene if you are Colombian. Not a Colombian trying to look like an African American with the popping of the neck and the lashes and all that. We're looking for that as what we call traditional. Someone that's going to appreciate us, right? For who we are, for the content of our character, not for the things that we got. A woman that's not going to use and abuse us, right? We're running away from those things from the Western black woman. I just wanted to say that, give my piece on that, right? Because his video was, his opinion, right? But you need to understand something. Everybody that's a passport, bro, and the movement, right? We all look for different things, right? That's why I say this movement cannot be stopped, because I have my opinion, he has his, you have yours. Some we're going to agree, some we're going to disagree, right? Because there's no one